Hey folks, thank you for stopping by. This message is brought to you by yours truly, Daniel Morrow, creator of EliteClarity.com for all of your business financing needs, and thatphonesites.guy.com, your resident phone sites affiliate representative. I hope you enjoy this message, and I'll see you on the other side. Cheers. What is happening? You know what day it is? Monday. Finance Friday. Here we go, right? So here's the thing. To some of you, this is going to sound like some new age hippie bullshit, right? But bear with me. Hold on here for a second, right? Consider this. A lot of what we know about the world, it's electrical vibrations, right? Our brain, electrical vibrations, videos, internet, cell phones, right? A large part of our world, a large part of society is based off of electrical vibrations. It's just science, right? So here's the thing. Following that same theme, money is a vibration too, right? It's a concept that we've invented, but money is a vibration as well. Maybe not electrical to a degree, right? To a degree, but it is a vibration, right? Paper, anything that's material, all material is very dense molecular vibrations, right? So money being printed on paper is a vibration. Money in your bank account, wire transfers, stocks, that's just electrical vibrations. That's just ideas that we created, right? You with me so far? So here's the thing. Knowing that money is a vibration, how do you attract it? What do? How do you manage it? Well, you got to welcome it, and you got to have a healthy relationship with money in order to attract more of it. That's it. It really is that freaking simple sometimes, right? Here's the thing. Not a lot of people have a healthy relationship with money. Not a lot of people know how to manage money. Not a lot of people know how to make it. All of that, right? I hope my nose doesn't start bleeding again while I'm on this video. So, with that being said, I was at a networking event the other day. So here's two situations that got me thinking about this, right? I was at a networking event the other day, and I was talking with a friend of mine who we refer business back and forth. He's a commercial broker, right? A commercial loan officer. So he does basically commercial real estate stuff, construction, again, whatever, right? Whereas I'm on the business side as well, but I deal with like unsecured financing, right? Your line of credit, all that kind of stuff. And we were talking about how people just don't have a concept of money, right? You get people that have been in business for 2 years. They do not know how to make money whatsoever because they're not even breaking $5,000 a month. If that's the case, you probably shouldn't be in business anymore, or you really need to hire a coach or mentor or somebody that could show you how to bring in the dosh, right? Because that's unacceptable. And what's even more ridiculous is they turn around and they expect to get $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 loan. That's not going to happen. The payment on that every single month or every single week, if you add up your weekly payments throughout the course of the month, or if you get a monthly payment on that, well, your revenue is going to be going to paying off that loan. And if you have a down month, you're not going to be able to pay back. You're going to default. That hurts your credit. That hurts your relationships with lenders. And as everybody knows, as we're all familiar with, if you burn bridges with lenders, it gets that much harder to get loans, right? Even in the personal, or even in the business world, I mean, if you're bouncing payments on your mortgage and your credit cards, that could be enough to get you declined from a personal loan, or from a business loan, sorry, right? Because business credit, like business loans do rely quite a bit on personal credit, right? Defaulting on loans, having charge-offs, stuff like that, it's a nightmare. It's hard to get any sort of money. So people have realistic expectations because they don't understand money. They're not vibrating on a higher enough frequency not doing the right things in order to go out there and make it, which means that nobody's going to give it to them. Here's the other thing. As we were talking about some of the situations and challenges that we face, especially up here in Canada, because the economy is pretty crappy right now. And it is a lot easier to do stuff down in the States, and 80% of what I do at least is down in the States. But we were having in the middle of our conversation, this lady who runs leadership seminars, put that in quotes, chimes in, she pipes up, and she's like, well, when I was running my business making $30,000, when I was making $30,000 a month running my business, why would I need a loan? I have no need for a loan. And I'm like, okay, that's good. That's great. You're bringing in $30,000 a month revenue in your business. But what was your net profit, and why don't you have your business anymore? She couldn't answer it, or she wouldn't answer it, right? And that comes down to people not knowing their numbers. What gets measured gets improved. So if you want to make more money, you got to know your numbers. You got to know your net profit. And then you got to figure out what you can do to grow it, right? What you can do to expand. And if you look at any reputable source online, right? Bloomberg, Financial Times, Investopedia, all of these big names in the business and finance industry, what they're going to tell you, they all agree. Like, everybody knows that the Fortune 500 companies, like the big companies, they're known, right? They're known for constantly seeking capital. They constantly want to acquire more capital for growth, for operations, right? Expansion. They're constantly on the lookout for more capital, whether they're borrowing it from somebody else to leverage, or they're going out selling more stuff to current clients or bringing on new clients, right? Increasing brand awareness. So knowing that, like, the big companies, the major players across pretty well every vertical are constantly acquiring capital, what makes you think that you, at $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month, don't need more capital? Unless you have no desire to grow, you want to stay stuck exactly where you are, that's the only reason that you wouldn't want more capital, right? And most people don't know that they're bleeding out because they don't track their numbers, right? And him and I just kind of looked at each other, we were just kind of blown away that she said that on one hand. On the other hand, I mean, being finance guys, we hear that shit all the time. And it's because, again, people don't understand money and how it vibrates. They don't understand that. They just don't understand. They just don't get it. And there's only so much we can do to coach and teach people on how to understand this stuff, right? And yeah, and then the other thing is well, if you were making $30,000 a month and your business went under, your business went under, what the hell qualifies you to run leadership seminars, to teach people about leadership? Like, I get it. We all fail. We all crash and burn. We all have stuff happen, right? But if you ran a successful company, made a bunch of money, and you had a very nice exit, yeah, I can understand. Coach people on leadership and how to do that kind of stuff. But if you haven't really had much of a successful win and you crashed and burned on your one attempt, sorry, that doesn't qualify you to teach people. It doesn't qualify you to teach people and lead people on how to do that kind of stuff, right? I mean, you're just teaching them how to fail like you did. That's it. You're teaching them, doesn't matter what. Like, put all of that, everything I just said aside. It doesn't matter what you're doing. We can only teach and lead people up to a point that we've ever been in our life, right? So if that's as far as you've gone in your life, you can only lead people up to that point. Then they're on their own, or trying to find another coach, trying to find another mentor, trying to find another leader, trying to find somebody who can take them past that threshold, right? I get it. There's a niche for everything. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I'm saying you got to lead for where you are. And money, it's just signals. It's just vibrations, right? Send money from Canada to the States. It's just a vibration. Whoosh, gone, right? States here, States, China, wherever. It's just vibrations. So you got to, in order to attract it, you got to welcome it. What are some of the things that you can do to welcome money into your life. Pay your bills. Your credit's going to thank you for it. Your credit's sure going to thank you for it if you're not late on payments, bouncing payments, defaulting on stuff. But pay your bills, right? Easy come, easy go. Energy needs to flow. Energy doesn't need blockages. Money's the same way. Money needs to flow. It doesn't need blockages. It doesn't want blockages. So if you're scared to pay your bills, if you're scared to take your wife out, if you're scared to buy your husband that new saw for the garage, right? If you're scared to let go of money in order to do this stuff, you're going to have a hard time attracting it into your life, regardless of the dollar figure, right? And let's face it, yes, to a degree, cash is still king, because when underwriting a loan, your cash on hand, your available cash does matter. It does factor into the loan that you're going to get, to the approval, because if you don't have the cash flow, if you don't have the cash on hand daily or monthly or weekly to pay the bill, nobody wants to put you in a bad spot, right? It's just that simple. But credit is also king, right? You can argue both sides, because if you don't have credit, you can't go out and you can't acquire that capital. You can't borrow that capital, right? Sure, you can argue that, not really. Even if you're looking for like seed capital, that kind of stuff, seed capital, venture capital, angel investors, they're still going to want to know about your credit. They're still going to want to know how you manage money. Do you have the ability to manage money effectively? If you're constantly mismanaging your money, nobody's going to give it to you. If you're constantly mismanaging your money, you're not going to be able to attract it and bring it and welcome it into your life. Because guess what? Nothing likes to be abused. Nobody likes to be abused, right? Not that it's a person, but that negative energy, putting that negativity out there, putting that abuse out there, mismanaging stuff, it just causes everything to run away from you that much more, right? Happens in relationships, right? Unhealthy relationships. People leave unhealthy relationships all the time. It's just another relationship. Just because it's not a person or alive doesn't mean that it's not a relationship, right? So pay your damn bills. Work on your credit. Know your numbers, right? The quickest way to make more money is to know your numbers. Know your net profit. Once you know your net profit, I get it. Everybody wants to feel good saying, oh, I made $1 million this year. I made $5 million this year. I made $10 million this year. That's great, but it doesn't mean anything if you're not profitable. How do you know you're profitable? You look at your profit margins. Sure, gross profit's a little bit better. It's a bigger number. Net profit is as small and detailed as it goes. But once you know your net profit, once you know your margins, you can factor in how many more clients do I need, right? How many more clients do I need to bring in order to hit this target? What can I do to maximize and provide value to the customers or clients that I already have? What can I do to sell them more stuff? What can I do to provide more value to them so they stick around and they invest more in me so I can invest more back into my business, right? If you don't have the profit margins and you're mismanaging your money, again, you're hopeless. Unless you learn. And it's not that hard to learn. Part of it is trial by fire, right? Part of it is learning as you go. And let's face it, that's just life. Everywhere in life, we learn as we go. That's it. But at the same time, there's financial advisors, there's controllers, there's CFOs, right? Chief financial officers. You got your CPAs, accountants. You've got certain brokers, certain like loan officers, financial advisors. I think I said that. There's people out there that are educated and know about money, understand how it works. They can help you hit the goals. It can help you develop a better relationship with money. But at the end of the day, it's on you to do the work. It's on you to go out there, seek the knowledge, expand your skill sets, expand the way that you think, view, and see the world, right? And really, that's all I got, because I might be getting sick. I'm sitting here sniffling away like crazy into the mic. And yeah, plus I kind of lost my train of thought. But that's what I got for you guys today. I mean, you gotta have a healthy relationship with money. Money is nothing but vibrations, right? So if you want to attract more money, if you want to make more money, doesn't matter whether you're an employee, manager, C-level executive, owner, operator, you got to raise your vibration, and you got to open yourself up to allow it to flow into your life. Because guess what? The more that flows out, the more it tends to come back. Look at Bill Gates. He gave away his entire fortune and made it back 2 or 3 times. Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Russell Branson, right? Owner of Virgin, the Virgin Empire. They all give it away. They all understand that in order to make more, it has to flow. So let it flow. Give back to the economy, whether that's on a micro or a macro scale. Understand it, learn how to operate it better, and you will find ways to grow and scale yourself efficiently and effectively. That's what I got for you guys. Have a wonderful day. Cheers. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to spend some time and tune into this message. If you enjoyed this, please show some love with a like, share, or by leaving a comment review wherever you happen to be tuning in. Don't forget to join us on the Facebook group, Business Owners and Entrepreneurs Network, and head on over to eliteclarity.com to check out our financing options. Cheers.